Welcome in to Pittsburgh Steelers Talk, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us to recap the Pittsburgh Steelers' 32-25 win over the Seattle Seahawks in their first preseason game of 2022. An exciting game that came down to the very end, with the Steelers ultimately coming out on top in this one. We saw all three quarterbacks for the Steelers play well. We will recap it and give you our winners from this one in just a moment. Before we do, let's get your reaction now. Which Steeler played the best tonight? Let me know in the comments section below. Give me one name that comes to mind for you of the outstanding performers of the Steelers. Let me know in the comments section below. So here's a look at the box score from tonight's performance. Kenny Pickett, the rookie first-round pick quarterback for the Steelers, finished the night very well. 13 of 15 for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Anthony McFarland, the running back out of Maryland, had a very good night with 7 carries for 56 yards, while Gunnar Olszewski had a good day receiving with 3 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown grab. Let's start out talking about rookie George Pickens, the wide receiver out of Georgia. And, you know, when the Steelers drafted George Pickens, it was very clear that the talent was there for George Pickens of what he was able to do at Georgia. That wasn't the issue at all. It was the injury history with George Pickens. But with the way that he played on Saturday night, it showed that he's ready to go at this next level right away with the 3 receptions that he was able to pick up. And part of that Steelers depth chart, you can see Johnson, your number 1, with Chase Claypool, number 2. But George Pickens certainly made his case known to be that number 3 receiver. He was certainly impressive in that performance tonight. Also got to talk about Gunnar Olszewski. The wide receiver was really good with 3 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown. And he was sneaky good. You would watch him play, and he would just show up out of nowhere and make an instant impact. I really liked what I saw out of Gunnar. He was impressive for this Steelers team. And you look at this receiving core for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know what this team has been able to do. They've been able to scout receivers as well as anybody in the National Football League. And now you move on, no Juju anymore, and that doesn't seem to be an issue. The Steelers have multiple options once again, finding guys to provide a great receiving core. Whoever the quarterback may be this year, whether it's Trubisky or Rudolph or Kenny Pickett, they are going to have solid receivers to get the football to. That I can guarantee you. Anthony McFarland had 7 carries for 56 yards. We did not see Najee Harris get the start. He had the night off, and McFarland was really good running the football. And I liked what I saw from him. He showed that if his name is called upon this season, for whatever reason, if we do not see Najee Harris at points, Anthony McFarland is very capable of being that number 2 back and stepping up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He had a nice performance, was really able to find some lanes and open things up. 7 carries for 56 yards, a nice night for him there. Now, let me hear you, Steeler fans. Nice win tonight. You move forward. You charge ahead on this one. If you love your team, if you're excited about the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers, then go ahead and like today's video to show your support for the Pittsburgh Steelers after that win. The Steel Curtain feeling pretty good after this one. The offense was just terrific from start to finish on this one. If you love your Pittsburgh Steelers, like today's video, show some support after tonight's win over the Seahawks. Today's show is presented by BetUS. And look, after this game, I think you're going to be wanting to put a lot of bets down on this Steeler team heading into the regular season. And here's what we're going to do for our Steelers Talk viewers. We're going to offer you a 125% deposit bonus if you go to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code Steelers125 at checkout. Now, you may be saying to yourself, how does that work? Well, here's how it works, folks. If you put $100 down, we're going to give you $125 to spend for free. It's like buying a pizza, and then we come back to you and say, here's another pizza, and an extra slice on top of that for free. It's quite the deal that we offer. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Steelers125 for a 125% deposit bonus. Let's look at the stats for the Steelers tonight. Pretty balanced approach. 185 yards on the ground, 224 passing yards. The Steelers were really good on third down as well, going 7 of 13. And as we mentioned, the offense was really prolific. They put up a lot of points, 32 points to be exact, for this offense, and reason to be optimistic for this group going forward. All three quarterbacks played well. Trubisky got the starts, but Mason Rudolph had maybe the nicest play of the night with that touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone. Kenny Pickett played that second half and really showed what he was capable of. I was really impressed with what he was able to do on the ground as well, rushing the football and really causing havoc for that Seahawks defense. He was really fun to watch. So all three quarterbacks certainly made this quarterback competition harder to determine who will be that next starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, replacing Ben Roethlisberger. So who impressed you the most? If you had to pick one quarterback tonight, who would it be? Was it Mitchell Trubisky? If so, type MT. If it was Mason Rudolph, type MR. If it was Kenny Pickett, type KP. Let me know between these three quarterbacks who impressed you the most, whether it was Trubisky, MT, Rudolph, MR, or Pickett, type KP. Let's look at the defensive statistics for the Steelers now versus Seattle. Rush yards-wise, gave up 159 yards on the ground. They really struggled to stop DJ Dallas, the third-string running back for the Seahawks, as we didn't see Rashad Penny play. Kenneth Walker III, the rookie, got the start, and DJ Dallas was really dynamic for Seattle. They had problems stopping him. Passing yards, 180 passing yards given up. Geno Smith started slow but finished strong, and Drew Lock played really well in that second half. They had problems with him. 5 of 11 on third down, 25 points allowed. I think the big thing for this Steeler defense was at the end of the game when the Seahawks had a chance to win it and they were able to get the fumble on Drew Lock, getting him on his blind side. Robinson, what he was able to do was just awesome. A great finish for the Steelers, a clutch performance. They get that and get the fumble recovery as well. What a finish for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. You know, the renegade moments, the steel curtain, all that stuff that you come to expect, those clutch time moments, the Steelers had one of those the way that they finished this game, getting it done against the Seahawks with their defense getting a stop, getting that turnover, and then the offense finding a way to get that touchdown in the closing seconds. An impressive comeback win for the Steelers to win it 32-25 over Seattle and get this done. One more look at the statistics on your screen there. As you can see, it was a good night for Kenny Pickett and Anthony McFarland. Next week, the Steelers are back in action for their second preseason game as they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do you got? Let me know in the comments section. If you think the Steelers pull it off, type Pitt, P-I-T, for the Steelers. If the Jags get it done, Trevor Lawrence and company, then type J-A-C, Jack. Let me know who gets it done next week. Steelers and Jaguars, preseason game number 2 for your Pittsburgh Steelers. Subscribe to the channel. We're covering the Pittsburgh Steelers here on Pittsburgh Steelers Talk with daily Pittsburgh Steelers YouTube videos as we cover this team like no one else will, whether it's trades, free agency, breaking news, rumors, and everything in between. We have you covered all in one place right here on Pittsburgh Steelers Talk. Subscribe now, youtube.com/SteelersTV.